Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from inside the chicken coop. Just doing a little head check, making sure everybody's good before they go off for their day. And apparently our girl Wanda wants to say hello to everybody because she's got a lot to say going on. So today we're going to talk about why do most of us believe we fail at managing our emotions. So first of all, emotions are like herding cats. I want to be very clear about this. Emotions are like herding cats. They are all over the place. And you've heard me say this before on other podcasts, but it's projected that we have between 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Some people project up to 100,000 thoughts per day. And of those 100,000 thoughts, or up to 100,000 thoughts, we have 2/3 of them repeated from the day before. It's no accident that they're hard to manage. There's a lot going on, not to mention that everybody in the world is vying for your attention, trying to get you to buy this, pay attention to this, look at me. Influencers are everywhere. Everybody's asking for your family. Everybody's trying to capture a moment of your time to get your attention. And, here we are trying to manage ourselves and trying to stay calm. With all of our buttons, with all of our beliefs, with all the things that we have adopted from other people, we all have these issues. And Lord knows that it's completely complex to be able to manage yourself in all of this chaos, which is why it's so important to one, pause. If any of you have read my book, Who's Driving Your Bus, that there is a very distinct line in there where we say you have to stop, reflect, choose, redirect. So when that stop comes up, you have to ask yourself, you're reflecting, where am I right now? What am I giving my attention to? What is the buttons that's being pushed? What is the emotion I'm in? Because if you can't figure out where you currently are, it's impossible to figure out where you want to go next. So it's just like being in the car and being lost. If I called one of you and I said, hey, listen, I'm trying to get to your house and I'm lost, you'd say, well, where are you? And if I said to you, I don't know, you'd say, well, I can't help you unless I know where you are. And so just like in a coaching session, when someone calls and they say to me, I'm so upset, I have this going on or this going on, the very first thing that I always say to them is, okay, what's the main thought going on in your head? What's the main focus going on in your head? And if I can nail down what that main focus is, then I can help them figure their way out of it. So today, I want to give you guys this same pattern because nothing is more important than that stop and reflect and then choosing and redirecting, yes. But the first part of it is so critical. Stop. Just stop yourself from the constant chatter of saying, oh my God, I'm all over the place. Because I can't tell you how many times I hear people say that. I'm all over the place. And I know there are times when I get really excited about things. Perfect example, the other day, I was in the garden center and I had this I would call it an experience with this girl that worked there because she was helping me with a problem, and she said something that I hadn't heard, that I could have certain plants that I had never thought I was able to have here in the heat. And she said, no, as long as you do them like this and this and this, you can have them. And from that moment forward, my head was spinning because all these ideas were running in. I was excited and I was anxious that I wanted to get the ones that were on the floor before someone else got them. There was so many different things happening in my head all at once. And I had to legitimately could not get control of it. So I'm telling you, even when we think we know all this stuff, we're still going to have these things happen. My husband walked over and he looked at me and he's like, you're all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I am. Really, I am. So it is not unusual to have that happen. It's common. It's really, really common. But the trick you have to nail down is hitting that pause button, hitting that stop button so that you can just get yourself centered. Take a deep breath. Where am I right now? Getting yourself the primary where you are in your head is the distinction. And stop beating yourself up for thinking that you fail at this all the time. Because most of us are very capable of doing this. Unless you have been diagnosed with something that tells you you have a disorder or an inability to manage this. The majority of us can manage this if we follow the rules. First of all, stop blaming yourself, because the beatings will continue until morale improves. Never works, ever works, ever works. Doesn't get you where you want to go. So you have to pause or stop, whichever word works for you. And then you say, okay, what is my biggest outcome right now? What is the thing that I want more than anything right now? What is the thing that I need to focus on more than anything right now? And then do that one thing. And then you can bring yourself back to, that center of saying, well, why do I think I fail at this all the time? You don't fail at it all the time. You may fail sometimes. We all do. I do. But it's not all the time. It's incremental. It's just in the moments. But you can bring yourself back. And you just have to allow yourself the space and the grace to say, yeah, okay, I had a hiccup. I didn't fail. Because if you don't give up, you don't fail. That's the rule. If you don't give up, you don't fail. If you keep resetting, keep trying again, you are going to get there. You're going to get to that point if you keep working at it, if you keep asking better questions, if you keep hitting the pause button and you keep doing the right things. I promise you, you will get there. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow and work on this piece because it's critical to success. Have a great one.